Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Excuse the appearance, it's really hot over here. We're having a heat wave currently. It's anywhere between 90 and 110 degrees the past couple of weeks, so I'm sweating. But I really wanted to make this video. I'm so excited for this. As you read in the title, I picked up a Holy Grail video game. Now, everybody considers Holy Grail differently. Some people claim you can only have one. I feel you can have multiple Holy Grail items that you always wanted in your video game collection. Personally, I always considered I had two Holy Grail items that I wanted to hunt down. You know, the kind of stuff where you're like, this is just never gonna happen. But it happened. A little while ago, I made a video talking about my top 10 most wanted video games of all time. And these range from pretty cheap to reasonably rare. And after I recorded that video, I was like, man, there's all these other video games that should have been on this list. And I started thinking of all these other video games that I really wanted. So a part 2 to that is coming. But today, we're talking about one video game from that video, and funnily enough, it's not actually one of the top 10 I mentioned. But RetroDeath, how does that work? Well, let me show you this little clip here of that video. I do have some rules for myself. One, I cannot add games like Euphoria on the NES that I own on Virtual Console. I cannot add things like my ultimate Holy Grail, Mr. Gimmick, also on the NES, which goes for like $1,000. Look at this. So, in that video, I made a very big deal about I just don't want to use anything that I have digitally somewhere. And Euphoria actually had come out on the Wii Virtual Console because the Wii at the very least was awesome when it comes to Virtual Console stuff. So I owned this on there because of how badly I always wanted to play this game. This is my second Holy Grail item. My number one Holy Grail item, I don't see that ever happening, but you never know. But Euphoria was never released in the United States. This is a NES game. It was made by Sunsoft 1991 in Japan, and in Europe we got it in 1992. And we got a different version from Japan. Some characters were altered. For example, Freon Leon over here, he's a girl in the Japanese version. He's like a person in a cat suit, and we got kind of like this lizard kind of thing. And some minor things were altered within the game themselves. Obviously, because it's a PAL version, the music runs a bit slower, which personally I grew up with that, so I like that. But Euphoria is an absolute perfect NES game. I've been hunting this game down for so long, but in the past, you would find it for around $400 to $600. Absolutely insane prices. And then over the years, it kind of went down again. Now you find it cart only, between 50 and 100 to 200. It's really overkill. And within the box, you can find it for about 200, 250. Between 200, 250 and still 600 plus. People are still asking ridiculous prices for this game. And this is one of those rare games where I would say, yes, Euphoria is worth the price. I didn't pay that price. So, a couple of days ago, I went to my game store in the city. Sometimes I like browsing there just because I like just seeing retro games. And I spotted this from the corner. I was like, holy damn, they have Euphoria, and I'm looking at this price. Oh man, it was $100 in the store. $100. I'm like, man, that's really cheap. I know it's a lot of money for some people, but when it comes to certain rare video games, $100 for Euphoria in the box like this is absolutely nothing. I'm like, nah. I don't want to spend this money right now. And I left the store. I'm doing groceries. I'm in the store. I'm like, man, you're gonna regret this. I'm looking at eBay a little bit, what it's going for these days. I'm like, man, in the box it's like 200, 250 is the lowest you're gonna find it. And it's about 250, and you have about 30 people following the auction. And that already proves that it's not gonna go down in any, and especially lately, just video game prices have been going up again, and I'm like, I don't know, man, $100, I've never seen it this cheap. And I'm looking at the boxes you see online. Most people don't even post the box they have online, and those that do, it's not usually in a very good condition. I'm like, I gotta pick it up. I go back to the store, I ask to see it, I look at the box is in really good condition. You can see it everywhere on here, like the spine and everything. It's just amazing. I'm looking at this box, I'm like, ah. So I'm opening it, I'm checking out all the content. The booklet is missing. I'm like, ah, the booklet is missing. I really like complete games. Sometimes with NES games, I don't mind. I get loose cards, I don't care, but this is like a holy grail item. I'm like, oh, the booklet is missing. I'm like, no. I don't know if I want to spend like $100 right now. I'm like, the booklet is missing. I leave again. I'm like several feet away from the store. I'm like, dude, I'm standing still. Dude, pick it up, just pick it up. The booklet is missing. Maybe I can get some money off of it. I go back to the store. I'm like, look, can I get, like, you said the booklet was in there, but it's not. You clearly didn't have it in the store. Can I get like a discount on it? She cut off $10, so $90. I'm like, okay, I'm picking it up. Instantly picking it up for $90. I'm so happy. Euphoria is one of my holy grail items. I always wanted this game, but it was so rare. It was never released in America. Japan got a different version, and it is one of the most sought after PAL video games. I always want to call it a PAL exclusive because they changed a lot of the sprite works, but it was also released in Japan. It's not the same. Usually when you have a game released in Europe and in Japan, the European version just is more sought after. That's just how it is. And Euphoria is like crazy, and I'm so glad to finally own it. It's not just, like I said, it's one of those rare games like Little Samson, where it's worth the money because it's such a great game. So what Euphoria is, it's a quirky, it's really weird Metroidvania game, and instead of unlocking new power-ups, you unlock your friends. So you play with Bob Louie, and you unlock your friends. I forgot the names, and each character can do different things, and that's how you progress via new routes with those abilities of the other characters. So it's a Metroidvania game, and it's really strange. Like the character design, the enemy design is really weird, the idle animations, all that kind of stuff. The music is really good. Bosses look ridiculous, and you have stuff like you have to climb a rope, and it's like a face that's drooling, and you're climbing the drool. It's really weird. The fact that it is so weird is the reason it was never released in America, because Sunsoft America thought the game was too weird to release. The main characters were too weird, and that's just like, dude, we're not gonna do this. And that's why it's so sought after, and that's why I wanted it, because I like how weird it is and how funny it looks. So you can see I was looking at all this, and I'm like, I gotta pick it up. It is literally my second most sought after video game for such a huge part of my life. Ever since decades ago, I think, when I first heard of this video game. And It's in such great condition. I wouldn't call this perfect condition. Okay, you can see like the corner here is a little bit dented in, but you can dent it back out. It has the flaps. There's no real damage on the front or in the back. It is just an absolutely beautiful condition. So for 90 bucks, I couldn't pass it up. I had to buy it. And I feel like, because sometimes, you know, you don't pick it up. And you go back the next day and then it's gone. I have no idea. Because, you know, I don't like going to the video game stores anymore that much, because they don't just use eBay prices, they go over eBay prices. They have some games that are just in ridiculous prices. So when I saw Euphoria for 100, I'm like, that can't be real. I was walking back, I was like, maybe I saw it wrong, you know, maybe it's 200, but it wasn't. So I had to pick it up. I'm just, oh man, I love retro video games. Seeing NES cards and NES boxes, it does something to me inside. It's my favorite system to collect for. And I'm so glad to own one of my holy grail video game items, Euphoria. Absolutely incredible game. It is just a really good game also. But I still can't believe that I'm holding this right now. I feel I can breathe a little better when I look at my collection now, knowing that this is on that shelf. I want to thank you all for watching. Let me know if there's any of your holy grail video games that you picked up maybe recently. Or if you consider you can only have one holy grail video game item, because people still feel really different about all that stuff. Thank you all for watching. Leave it in the comment below. Please subscribe if you enjoy this content. There's going to be a lot more retro video game content. That's what I'm mostly about. That's what I want to focus my channel on most. And this is just like such a great video to be able to make, that you bought one of those items you looked for so long. So yeah, like I said, let me know if there's anything you've been looking for a long time for a video game. If there's any holy grail items, if you think you can have only one holy grail item or more, let me know in the comment section below. Please subscribe. I'm in this pit. I've been in this pit for like a decade now. Like with 6-7 years now that my subscribers haven't budged. YouTube did something to my channel. I'm not coming out. I really depend on you subscribing, because I see you out there, people who watch my videos who aren't subscribed, and people who are subscribed that are not sharing my video to their friends that might also enjoy this awesome retro game content. Thank you all for watching, and stay real.